Hey guys, got an interesting topic today. Somebody wrote in my comments the other day. They said, Steve, you know, a lot of bad habits and good habits get magnified in the Philippines. Or I think he said bad habits, but I'm not sure, I can't recall. But anyway, I was thinking about that because I've heard that mentioned several times here. And I was thinking about it. And I want to get you guys to put your input in on it too, because a lot of you guys have been over here and you know what I'm talking about. One thing I notice is this. If a guy is a jerk over here, he becomes a bigger jerk over here, especially with women and stuff. It's just something I notice. You know, like if a guy is cheating on his wife back home, or did cheat on his wife back home, or whatever, and then went through a divorce and then comes over here, remarries, he's going to be probably a bigger cheater over here than he was back home. And it's just something I see because I've seen it in front of my own eyes, okay? Because it's just like a certain freedom over here. And I tell people, you have the freedom to be yourself. And if you're a dick, a lot of people become dicks, bigger dicks here. It's kind of scary to say that, but it's kind of the truth. You know, I hate to put it that way. But anyway, but it also has a certain truth about this. If you're a good person and you're a decent person and you're a giving person or something like that, it kind of magnifies that here and makes you a better person. And I found with my freedoms, because when I come over here, I wanted to become bigger, better, a nicer person. I wanted to become who I truly am, which it was kind of hard for me to be back home, okay? So yeah, I would say, yes, it magnified me. Now, I can't speak for everybody in the Philippines, all the expats in the Philippines, obviously. But one thing I notice about Filipinos and Filipinas is that they're such good people that if you're a good person, you kind of become better because of them. They kind of help you become a better person, okay? And if you're a bad person, because Filipinos are kind of, I don't know, like naive, I think that somebody is like that's a narcissist or a jerk tends to take advantage of the Filipino or Filipina personality. They kind of use these people. It's kind of sad that it works that way, but it does work that way. And I want to get you guys' input on this. See what you guys think. Do you guys agree with me? Do you disagree with me? Because from what I'm seeing, I see a lot of expats come over here. A lot of them, most of the people that come over here are decent, good people. We have like that, I don't know. Some people say, I say 5 to 10%. Some people say, no, Steve, it's about 30%. I don't know if I'd go as high as 30%. Most of the people over here are pretty decent. I mean, you know, they say everybody has like a hidden personality that they don't show. And I believe that to be true sometimes. Sometimes people, and it goes with expats too. I've seen people over here that were pastors, okay? They were American pastors or missionaries over here. And when they sat down and they started talking to me, I guess they automatically figure that, okay, this guy's an expat. I can tell him everything, you know what I mean? This guy's sitting down telling me that he's a pastor, and he's telling me all kinds of stuff that a pastor shouldn't be talking about, you know? I mean, it just kind of made me feel uncomfortable. I'm like, man, this guy's a pastor at a church? You know, I was kind of questioning that, and it makes me kind of wonder. And I know that reflects only on him for the most part, but it does reflect on Americans too and Westerners. And I see a lot of people that come over here. And I don't want to put down any particular group of people, but there's some people from some countries are worse than others over here as far as that magnification that I'm talking about. I see it when they come over here. If they're racist back home, they become 10 times more racist over here. And they become racist towards the Filipino people, but yet they like it over here. I can never figure that one out. I think it's just the thing that they like to take advantage of these people. And they figure, well, if they're a lower person, I'm going to take advantage of them because I can. I think that's kind of the mentality, because I've heard from some people over here, and I won't mention the specific group, but there's a specific group of people that are worse than others, okay? And they're terrible like that. And I don't know, I've never been into that racist thing myself, but you know, when I hear some of these people talk, I just walk away and shake my head, and it's kind of sad to see that over here. that people bring that crap with them over here, because you know what? The Philippines is a great and wonderful place. There's a lot of freedoms to be had over here. It's a very wonderful place to be. It's a place where you can be free, you can be yourself, and you can improve upon yourself. And we always talk about that, you know, improving ourselves on this channel a lot. But I want to talk like about this magnification thing. If there's one thing that has made me a better person, one thing in this world, it's here, the Philippines. Okay? And a lot of guys we've talked about before, they've gone through a lot of crap in their life. Some of the stuff it has to do with them, okay? And some of it has to do with just the world being the world, and has ripped people apart, ripped people's lives apart. Some of these expats, or they've seen the world change and they don't like it around them or whatever, and they just want to get away from all that crap. You know, so they come over here and they just want to reinvent their life. And this is the perfect place for it. But if they don't leave that crap back there, you know, ain't gonna work. You gotta leave all that crap back, you know, and otherwise it'll get magnified over here. So at least that's what I see. I can't speak for everybody, and everybody's not the same, but I would say the majority of people over here, if they come over here as a jerk from whatever country they come from, usually they're a bigger jerk over here because they have that, like I said, there's that freedom here. There's that intense freedom over here that you can be yourself. And if you're a good person, sometimes you can get corrupted too. If there's a little bit of room in there for you to get corrupted, some people will. And that gets magnified. But don't let it, okay? So when you get over here, don't let things slip into your life that shouldn't slip there. Because you don't want to become that guy, you know? That guy where the bad qualities get magnified. And sometimes it just kind of slips into your life and you start realizing it. There's been times over here where I see part of myself, a bad part of me, maybe getting a little bit bigger. And I'll say to myself, no, wait, time out. Fix that. And I do. And over here you're going to have a lot more time because you're retired. So some people, they kind of fall into that trap, or they fall in with other expats that are bad or lead them astray or whatever. When you see an expat that goes that direction and is leading you down that path too, because a lot of these expats try to drag you into their muck. And when I say that, I've been around a few expats that I really didn't think that highly of, but they pulled me into their muck. And after that, I was like done with them, you know? And don't let people do that to you. Just tell them, hey, look, I really don't want to hang around with you anymore. No offense. You're just not my type of person. Just be honest with them. You know, why lie to somebody and get them all mad or something like that by not contacting them, just tell them, say, listen, you know, you know, you're a good guy and everything, but you're just not my type of person. You know, I'd rather be on my own. And some people here, they don't hang around with other expats. Okay, and sometimes that can be a good thing. And we talk about this subject quite a lot because it's the subject over here that really matters over here. And it's going to matter to you in your life if you want to keep your life peaceful, and you want to keep your freedom, and you want to stay out of the muck. Okay? Don't let those people magnify your bad qualities, and don't help them to magnify theirs. Okay? That's a key right there. If you let those people magnify their bad qualities, and you let them get away with it, because they'll use you so they can magnify those bad qualities. Don't let that happen. Don't let it happen. Just keep that in mind, guys. But I'd like to get you guys' thoughts on this. A lot of you guys have been over here before. You've been around a lot of expats. You've seen a lot of the expats here. Some towns are worse than others. I'm sure that some of the towns like up north here might be a little bit worse for some of the debauchery and stuff like that. And I get that. I mean, that's pretty much slowed down a lot up there because of the virus and everything. But there was a lot of debauchery going on in some places, and some of these guys were married and they were living in these areas where it's not conducive to having a good marriage if you're living in those areas. Let's just put it that way. Okay? So I tell people, choose your location also. You want to live in a peaceful location? There's a lot of peaceful locations in the Philippines. My location is a very peaceful location, nice location. There's not a lot of expats here. There's not too many expats here. A lot of them have left. okay, and they've gone to other locations or they've gone back home or what have you. Because some people, the Philippines isn't for them. So they just decide to go home, or they marry a Filipina here and they take the Filipina home. But anyway, guys, I just want to tell you guys that, just to get, mull around your head, throw some comments out there. I'd be happy to hear your comments and everything, guys. God bless. Take care.